This episode brought to you by Subsoap. This month only, purchase the Infinity Bundle. Pay once, get new games forever. Visit infinitybundle.com.
Hi, I'm Toppled God. Welcome to the Infidel, the news for the damned, from the damned. Gruesome self-immolations are on the rise in Tibet. Protesters of Chinese rule in Tibet have set themselves ablaze in record numbers over the past year. Altogether, more than 30 people have committed this extreme act. The last two who set themselves on fire were young monks aged 21 and 22. Other recent examples include the 42-year-old monk Sopa, who drank kerosene last January before dousing himself with the fluid and setting himself on fire. Radio Free Asia reported that his body exploded in pieces. These people are protesting the Chinese government's interference in their religion. They also hope to force the government to allow the peaceful return of their leader, the Dalai Lama. But the Chinese oppression of Buddhism has a long and brutal history that goes back many hundreds of years. In the 6th century, monk Dazi protested the Sui dynasty by burning off the skin on one arm using a hot iron and knife. He then removed his own arm bones and burned them in protest. Today, the Chinese public continues a long tradition of showing little empathy for the Tibetan protesters. Meanwhile, journalists are prevented from covering the area due to the government's strict control of the region. Since 2008, the constantly increasing number of self-immolations has forced China to add security in Tibet. Steps have recently been taken to reduce internet and mobile phone services to reduce the spread of information. Religion is not always a force for peace. In Madhurganj, Bangladesh, an angry mob of 200 local Muslims attacked 7 American Presbyterian missionaries who were seeking to buy land for their missionary efforts. 3 of the missionaries were injured by flying glass as the crowd threw stones and attacked their vehicle in the remote area. The mob was angered at the thought that the missionaries might convert local Muslims away from their faith. A police spokesman said the missionaries received medical aid and were moved to a safer location. Although Bangladesh's state religion is Islam, other religions and their missionaries are allowed. Abdur Razak, the district chief of police, said that he was unable to provide security for the missionaries before the attack because he was unaware of their presence. We could not arrange security for the Americans as they did not inform us or other agencies in advance about their visit in such a remote place, Razak said. Spaniards, the Roman Catholic Church wants you. With nearly half of the people under the age of 25 unemployed, the Spanish economy is considered the worst in Europe. And just like anywhere else in the world, where there is economic decay, a religion will show up for recruitment. In this case, it is a group of bishops representing Spain's Roman Catholic Church, who recently released a promotional video to recruit some new worker bees. The Catholic piece of propaganda seems to offer everything a man could want, including free housing and a reasonable salary. According to the various priests in the video, the church offers a permanent job and offers a chance to become part of an amazing project. One priest in particular promises that your wealth will be eternal. The video exalts the action-packed lifestyle of a clergyman. The narrative proclaims that you will be with people who are suffering and that you will experience true happiness. As most recruiters do, they leave out some of the more interesting details in the agreement. Many young recruits quickly find out that lifelong celibacy is part of the job description. Ironically, the video opens with the statement, "How many promises have they made to you which were never fulfilled?" Has there been a drop in priestly sex abuse in the US? The US Conference of Catholic Bishops has recently released figures from an internal audit that seem to indicate that the number of sex abuse cases has been decreasing. However, critics abound, and they claim that it is not possible for the Church to police itself. According to the report, of the 428 accusations made in 2011, 11% were deemed false, and only 22 of the victims were minors at the time of the abuse. This number is down from 30 during the previous year. Cardinal Timothy Dolan, the highest-ranking bishop in the United States, said, "We renew our promise to strive to the fullest to end the societal scourge of child sexual abuse. I again wish to acknowledge the millions of clergy, employees and volunteers who work tirelessly to create safe environments and to heal those most harmed by abuse." That's all the news for today. Come back to us on Friday for more news for the damned.